whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira whakarongo pi kari mai. Hare mai, o Taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body. Te pirunga te piraro tēnā kia tīpatere mai ane kia Taringa. E mihi atu nei kia koutou. Kua whakatata mai ki tā tātou kaupapa ane ki te punua pāho. E whakapāho atu ana i te piki awahi. Bustling metropolis of Taumatu. I konei i te pokapū o Taringa. And kei konei mātou. Ko hei, ko Erika.
Kia ora tātou.
Tēnā tātou.
Tātou, tipi haere ana.
Ko Erika, ko Parone.
Kai, ko tātou, ko Taringa, ko koutou, ko tātou.
Ai, ka pai. Ka muti kia tō waitia nā mihi. Ki te māngai pāho, e tautoko mai nei tēnei kaupapa. Anei kia paita te wānanga o te roa whakaputa i tēnei matatiki, i tēnei rauimi.
Kia ora.
I waihanga tiai. Hei oranga mo te reo, hei oranga mo te tikanga. Hei oranga anu hoki mo ngā kōrero tukuiho.
Kia ora.
Ana, hei oranga anu hoki mo te ngahau.
Ai.
Te kata, mo te iana.
Ai, te iana.
Mē rāhua tanga katoa. Kia ora tātou e homa.
Kia ora, kia ora.
Kia ora.
Ngā mihi o te wā kia tātou.
Ai, and... Ba-dum-bum-ch.
Ba-dum-bum. Kiwaha. Me te aha.
Me te aho.
Me te aha. Now, this is because, e hoa ma, this is to offer something to replace those who are using anō nei.
Ah.
Ai, me taku tūmana ko e whakarongo ana tētahi.
Ai.
Hei rito tonu taku kōrero ki aia. And, no te weekend e ka mahu e nei, tui i te whai kōrero. And he's looking at me.
Well, mena rānei i tū koe ki te whai kōrero i te weekend e kua paure nei.
Nei.
I reira no kia prau nei.
It's like kua maui ai te here.
Ai. This is to remedy people using anō nei incorrectly. So, e hoa ma anō nei, as if. As if. I horo te taingātu o te tangata ki te wai, anō nei, e hoi ho.
So is that those
inu ana.
similes?
Yes, as if. It's as if. So the person ran to the water as if it was a horse.
Okay.
As if. People use it to add another idea onto an idea they've already completed. So they'll go, I haere tātou ki te toa. Anō nei I hoko ai mātou I etahi rare. These are some of the uses I've heard. Because they hear anō and they're stuck on anō. So you can say me te aha as of consequence.
And consequently.
Consequently. I taka te rango I te wai me te aha I māku. Te poti.
Yeah. I taio ki te wharepāre mata me te aha ka ki te au I te premia.
So you went to Parliament to see the Prime Minister. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now.
Go on then.
E tai mai au ki te awa mutu, me te aha, I hui ai tātou mo Taringa.
Yeah. Ki taku mōhio nei ko te as a result of, consequently. One more, hei tā te aka, ka kare te wai me te aha, tahuri ana tō rāua poti. The water became rough, and as a result, the boat capsized.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. Ka pai?
And as a result, yep.
There you go, e hoa ma. Anō nei as if, me te aha, consequently, as a result of, thus.
As a result of, thus. Cool.
I taio ki tana kāinga, me te ai, ki te iaia, e noana anō nei he kuini.
Kia ora.
Oh! As if she was a queen.
Yeah, I went over to her
loved
place, and she was sitting there pretty like she was a queen. Well, you know, te queenie I tō mātou whare, I koro tia e taku mama was always Queen Salote.
Oh, Salote.
Yes, I think she's Queen Salote.
Yeah.
And I au e tamariki ana, whakaro ana, koe a Queen Salote? And I thought my mother just made her up, but
Yeah.
e Queenie Tuturu tēnā
Queenie Tuturu,
no tonga tapu nira.
Koe hoki. And here we are at the 318.
Koe ne te putanga, te hōtaka, tahi rau, tori te kaumāwaru. Oh, no.
No.
Tori rau.
I thought it was just me that was bad with numbers. I te reo mai nei.
Tori rau,
Tekau māwaru.
Tekau māwaru, ai. Kua roa te rā e hoa, kua roa te rā.
Ana, i tēnei putanga o Taringa, e hana tātou te pūrere.
Hei tēnei putanga, ngā whakarongo tātou ki tētahi Paki Kēhua.
Paki Kēhua.
Nō reira koutou mā, whakarongo mai.
There's a legendary story of a koro back in the late 50s. He always kept his shotgun, appropriately named Kai Tangata, handy for poachers. Logging companies had a habit of helping themselves to the natural resources of the forests that belonged to the local iwi, mostly deer and trees. The forests we're talking about are off the back roads around Tūrangi, Taumarunui, Taupo and National Park. For some reason, logging companies seem to think that the phrase Māori meant, go ahead, it's free, help thyself. On the rare occasion when a logging company got caught in the act, the rationale was always the same, lame excuses that we've come to love over the years. The Maoris weren't doing anything with it, or we didn't know this forest belonged to anyone, or my personal favourite, the trees were just, sitting there. If the matter was referred to the local law enforcement of the time, they weren't exactly keen to ditch their donuts and chase after a bunch of hard-working entrepreneurs. The common view seemed to be that the logging companies were providing jobs to hard-working young men, providing for their families, and of course, the logging companies were making a truckload of money in the process. No one seemed to grasp the concept that taking something that doesn't belong to you is called theft, hence Koro's shotgun. Now, when Koro got wind that there was some dodgy activity happening, he was in the truck with old Kai Tangata. The only problem was that by the time Koro got there, he was just in time to see the dust of logging trucks long gone and hectares of freshly cut tree stumps. Robert is the foreman of a notorious band of lumberjacks that are suspected of various cut-and-run jobs around the area. He's a huge guy with Popeye-like arms. Legend has it, he's so tough that he can bring a tree to the ground by just looking at it. He's an 8th Māori, which is a common way of identifying how little Māori blood you have in you. Currently, he's yelling out to his men.
Okay, gang. You all know your jobs. Let's get these trees cut, and then we're back in the morning to clean them up. I don't plan to stick around and wait for Crazy Horse to do you.
Koro got the name Crazy Horse because the truck wouldn't start one day. So he ended up chasing a bunch of the wood thieves on his horse with his shotgun. The workers saw Koro like the boogeyman. There have been stories of close encounters with Koro and how Koro would shoot the wood thieves' arms and legs off. All untrue. Probably. The forest they're about to cut down is unlike any they've come across before. The tōtara are as wide as they are tall and would fetch a shiny penny on the market. There is one tree in particular that stands at the front of the forest. It's twice as wide and tall as the others, which are already bigger than normal tōtara. The lumberjacks are licking their lips in anticipation of a big payday. The only thing making everyone nervous are the stories from previous failed lumberjacks who talked about fairies and ghosts. Second in charge, Rangi, is a little concerned.
Hey, boss. Well, there are plenty of other places we could go.
What's the matter, Rangi? Chicken, are we?
Of course not, but...
But what?
Kēhua. Patu pai are here.
What? Ghosts?
I've heard stories.
Well, that's why they're called stories. Have you actually seen a kēhua?
No, I haven't seen one, and I plan on keeping it that way.
Look at these trees and tell me what you see.
Hard work, lots of swearing, bad backs.
Let me tell you what I see. I see new clothes for my lady, nice food, and maybe even enough for a deposit on a new car. This is a gold mine, mate.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying...
Hey, I'm an 8th Māori too, you know. I know about these things.
Although a little apprehensive, Rangi gives the orders to bring the trees down.
Okay, all teams, are we good to go? Yep. All good here.
The lumberjacks are pros and make light work where others would have struggled. There are 21 in the gang, and they work in 3 teams of 7, with Robert and Rangi coordinating the effort. They leave the big Tōtara Tree for last. It's going to take all of them to bring it down. They're about to christen a huge custom handsaw that hasn't been used yet, as they've never come across a tree big enough until now.
Alright, we don't want to miss this one up, boys. Let's do it by the numbers.
The tree is a monster, and one miscalculation could mean a trip to the cemetery.
Okay, team 1. Let's make that first cut on my count. 3, 2, 1, go!
The forest shudders and everyone freezes. All the workers look round, trying to determine what and where the sound has come from.
Why the heck have you all stopped? Keep cutting.
Rangi taps Robert on the shoulder.
Hey, boss. Can you hear that?
I can't hear anything.
Exactly. No birds, no wind. It's all stopped.
So?
So don't you think that's odd?
What's odd is a bunch of lumberjacks with saws in their hands, gawking at nothing.
Ugh.
Get going. Let's drop this tree and we're gone.
The lumberjacks do as they're told. It takes a while to bring the mammoth Tōtara down. The tree hits the ground and the earth shakes, but continues to tremble longer than it should. The lumberjacks uneasily look around the forest, unsure of what's happening.
It's normal. Just a little tremor. Okay. Good work, guys. Let's pack up and first thing in the morning we're back to shine up our prize.
Okay.
Roger that then.
The next morning, the crew make their way back to the site just before sunrise. The trip there is full of laughter and excited chat, as they've already started planning how to squander their hard-earned cash. They get the shock of their lives when they arrive. As rays of sunlight cut through the early morning mist, the lumberjacks see something they can't understand.
Rangi, where on earth have you brought us to?
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, can you see any trees on the ground?
Oh, no, but...
Did we or didn't we cut down a whole lot of trees?
Yes. But...
And do you see any of those trees on the ground ready for cleaning and pickup?
No, but...
So obviously we must be in a different place, right? Give me that map.
Robert looks at the map, turning it upside down and flipping it around, the kind of thing you do when you're lost. The rest of the crew are now all scratching their heads, unsure of what exactly has happened.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but we're here now, and obviously we have a lot of trees somewhere else just waiting for us, so let's get this done and then we'll figure it out later on. Alright, let's go, people.
Okay. Roger that.
The lumberjacks can't remember what the forest looked like, or whether it was the same forest or not, but they do remember the huge Tōtara tree. When they get to the big Tōtara, the same thing happens. The shudder in the forest, the ground shaking longer than it should as the tree hits the ground. The mood has somewhat dampened from the previous day, but as is so often the case, a good day at work feels much the same as any other. Hopping into their trucks, the lumberjacks leave satisfied with a solid day's work. As they drive away, Rangi pats himself.
Oh, damn jacket.
Do you want to go back and get it?
Nah, it's fine. I'll pick it up in the morning.
On the morning of the third day, the gang is back at the site just before sunrise again. Robert watches the sun as it rises. The rays strike the top of the trees. That's a problem. The trees shouldn't be there.
Yes, before you ask, boss, the map is correct. We are in the same place.
We can't be.
We are, boss. The map is correct.
Rangi and Robert jump out of the truck.
This is the same spot, look.
Rangi picks up his jacket.
Hey, that could be anybody's jacket.
Rangi points to his name on the inside collar.
Rangi's a common name.
Come on, boss. Look at your crew. They're scared. You may not believe, but some of them do.
The workers have started to make their way back to the trucks.
Look, I don't know what's happening here, but if you stay, I'll pay you double.
The lumberjacks pause. Although a little bit more than worried, they all succumb to the temptation of double pay. Reluctantly, they return to their duties and once again repeat the hard work of the previous days. At the end of the day, the crew all pack up and leave, but Robert has decided to stay to protect his investment. If any shenanigans are afoot, he'll be there to put a stop to it. Determined, he finds a cozy spot, puts his detective hat on, and waits. Night comes, and he lies patiently. Hours go by. He looks at his watch. It's 3:30 a.m., and nothing has happened. 3 cups of coffee are not enough to keep him up, and eventually he nods off to sleep. Robert awakens with a fright. The forest is ablaze, a raging inferno. The flames seem to dance with the stars. There are huge cracking sounds as the fire rips through the entire forest. Robert can feel the heat on his body and his clothes have already begun to smoke. He pinches himself to see if he's dreaming. He's cut off from an escape, the fire closing in all around him. He looks at the trees, weary that burning trees quickly become falling trees. And then it happens. The huge Tōtara Tree begins to rise. Through the flames, he can see the branches, the bark, the leaves and the wood chips all come together, reassembling the tree until it's whole again. The forest shudders like it did when the lumberjacks made the first cut. The main Tōtara Tree begins to move to the other trees, putting them back together piece by piece. Its branches act as multiple arms, rebuilding each tree with speed. The fire rages on. As each tree returns to its magnificence, the fire rages higher and hotter until the forest is as it was. The earth shakes as it did when the main Tōtara Tree fell to the ground. Then the shaking stops and the flames disappear. The forest inhales. There is silence for a second. Then light birdsong begins. Korimako and Tui have come to welcome the sun from the treetops. Shaken, Robert is hit with a realization of what he needs to do. He jumps into his truck and heads into town. It's a house he's been told to avoid, but he now finds himself knocking on the door. Koro answers the door. He stares at Robert stoically.
I'm Robert.
Yes. I know who you are.
Robert freezes, waiting for Koro to accuse him of being the wood thief.
Yo matas moko, ne? Kuhumai.
After a quick cup of tea and Koro telling him how they're related, Robert opens up.
Look, I have something to tell you.
I know who you are and what you do. And I only have one question. Why didn't you just ask?
Money? Money, I suppose? Yeah.
Nothing wrong with providing for your whānau and going to get the rako. Where do you think our people went to build our whare? Maita 10? But there's a proper way to do it, ne?
Robert nods his head. Koro sees that there's something else troubling Robert.
Hey, Robert, you saw him, didn't you?
Well, yeah. How'd you know?
Those who've been touched by a god carry it around with them.
God?
Some will tell you that you saw Taima.
Oh, God of the forests?
Ah, you do know. Kapai. Oh, that's a start. So, what do you want to do?
Well, how about we start with asking your permission? After everything is that okay?
Of course. Permission granted. You see, that was easy, wasn't it? I didn't even need to pull out old Kaitangata hanging up there.
Koro nods his head towards the wall.
Oh, and you're not getting this all for free, you know. We can talk about dollars and cents after.
With that, they hongi and say farewell. Robert heads back to his crew to tell them to pack up while they sort out a new arrangement with Koro and the local iwi. When Robert gets there, Rangi runs up to Robert's truck.
Boss, I can't explain it.
Robert's mind has been occupied with burning forests and Koro's words, so he hasn't taken much notice on his trip back to the worksite.
Boss, the trees. They were like this when we arrived.
Yeah. I know, they're all back up to normal, right?
What? No. Look.
Robert looks to see that there are 100 trees that have been cleaned up and ready to take away. Only the huge Tōtara Tree is standing back in its original position. Robert looks up at the big tree.
So are we taking this one too?
No, leave Tane alone.
Who?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Robert turns to the tree and says quietly,
Thank you. Okay, guys. Let's get these logs loaded onto the trucks.
Wow, those voice actors are so good.
ai, pai. Wow. Rātā ware.
Tua noa koe.
Tua noa koe, wau tapunui a tāne. Koia wheki, koia wheka.
And ko te pai ngō tērā ki au, he mama.
He mama, eh?
He mama, tēnei Paki Kēhua. No one got struck down or...
Yeah.
Well, what's cool is that Robert, or te tangata, Tope Rākau, how he came around. It's always one of those.
Had a big realisation.
Yeah.
And even to the little things where he was mispronouncing Rangi, and then I feel like after that encounter he will have more respect for those types of things and hopefully pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah, and I meet people like that all the time.
Yeah.
It's creating a relationship with them, and when they haven't got any relationship with the reo, let alone Māori, kare e noho rangatira I roto o rātou whakaro. So why bother? Why make time to?
Why make time to? Why ask this old wharidari who's been making trouble with us if they can mill some of their trees? Yeah. But no, tika tau, you must have a lot of experiences where creating a relationship with people, with groups, with organisations, and then having them or being able to see them turn to have a realisation of the importance of te ao Māori.
E tai wātua ang whānau.
Ai, Māori.
Because koera te tai āhuatanga, mo te tā wairua, people are careful with, and I've noticed a lot of Māori, it's not that they don't acknowledge te rataha o te ao Māori, but it's like, well, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind.
Right.
Someone else does that stuff.
Yeah.
That's not me. Engari, he pānga te ao wairua kia tātou aha ko heaha.
Ai.
Whether you're the one e mahi nei ngā karakia, you're at the front, a tōna wā, ka puta mai te tāhuatanga I roto I tō ao no te ao wairua. But a lot of us want to experience being Māori this much.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Māori like this.
Yeah. Oh, I just want this part of the house.
Yeah.
I just want the living room and the nice part. I want the...
So e tahi wā, he rāwaho, I harape te Māori, but te nuinga o te wā, no roto anō hoki a tātou.
Ai, tika.
Ei, ka haere koe ki te hiika, ki te ruku kai. I mean, that, you might come across that, Erica, haere ki te, or you may not, haere mētai, and you have your karakia, and then there'll be the ones like, oh, you having karakia?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they doing? Oh, he's doing this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's doing their thing.
Pēnei a mātou.
Never in that type of instance, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You know, wa haere mata ki te hiika, ana, you know, kēhua ku tikanga. Ka haere he prawa. And mahi taku karakia. And I always do it as we're going past Hane and Puna, ki te ahurei, te tumu o Tainui.
Ai.
And, you know, I know sometimes some people see me. And one time, I rongo au I teha. Ko te kata. It was a bit of a sniggin. So, anyway. Pai noi ho. Ka mai mātou, ka hiika. And we got our fish. And then I know that those ones that laughed, well, they still caught some fish, but they didn't catch as much.
As fortunate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, I guess tana whakapaha or whatever was like, oh, next time maybe I should bring a bread into a karakia. And I was like, yeah. But then, you know, the last time we went out, mātou, which was recently, mātou ko ngā huia ko Annette, I didn't catch anything. First time ever.
Che.
Was it the moon phase?
The moon was okay, and it was a rough day.
Yeah.
It was a rough, well, actually, it was a flat sea.
It's just the day was rough.
You go out to
The sea
coffee
was
and you go,
fine.
oh yeah, that's flat. That's a West Coast joke.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's flat. And the ones that haven't been out on the West are like, what?
I was laughed at one morning because we were in the harbour and I said, oh, looks pretty good from here. And this fella went, bah! Ka tai rāno ki me te aha.
Out of the
I te
harbour.
tuaranga te, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't catch anything.
Oh, yeah.
Not even one to throw back.
Wow.
The last time that happened was when I was with my father.
Oh.
And I taua rāra I te kōrero oh, I etai kōrero nā taku papa I tuku mai ki au. Anyway, tērā. We're sort of wrapping up at the end of the day, and the skipper, he was a good fella, pai te wairua. And koe to ingoa, Clayton. And this was on another boat. Usually we go on,
Ai.
and I'm going to put one in here for the Ventura.
For the
There you
Ventura,
go.
tēnā kau te Ventura me te tau.
Yeah.
Chia mā taiga.
Yeah, and we went on the Ventura because we were late.
Rough day.
But they had been texting Annette because Annette organised it. Anyway, she got us on another boat. Te me. Anyway, we're wrapping up, and the skipper, he knew I hadn't caught anything. Nahu had been catching fish, and Annette had been catching fish. And kare haki au, 5 years ago, or maybe even a bit closer, that would have mattered.
Yeah.
I didn't catch anything.
Yeah.
It was a day of wānanga, tawara. He'd said, I won't be long, he's going to be pulling up anchor, you know, so get as many lines over as you can before the anchor comes up. He's over here, ki taku tā katau. Anyway, he's pulling up a snapper, because tētai whānau, 6 of them, and 5 of them got seasick.
Oh, kia ora.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 5 places they
That's
paid
quite
for.
us.
Well, that's 5 lines out.
Yeah, 5 lines out.
Well, 5
the
lines
only
in.
one kari pang e te mate was te tara, te tamaiti.
Oh, yeah.
And he was catching fish, and then he catch a fish and going, look at my fish, Nan. And she's like, oh, can't buy. So he was manning those lines,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
or going between. And anyway, so, and that's how it is here, Taiwai,
Yeah,
on the boat.
yeah.
Line there.
Yep.
And you were not getting any, but
Yeah.
all day.
Yep.
Anyway, so pai noi hoki au. And then anyway, it's probably on the last fish, and he got one on, and he goes, oh, hey, bro, you can bring it up. Oh, and I says to him, and I didn't think of what I said, it just came out. I says to me, harau I te tamariki.
Yeah.
And then, but in that moment
Yeah.
when I said that, I thought, because really, a lot of people that go on the charters, they're paying for that gratification.
Yeah.
The feeling of bringing a fish up.
Yeah. And that's
And-
their mahi, eh? That's, yeah.
And then I says to him, I go, you know, all of us, we share our fish. We come on and we're going to share all the fish and we help each other to eat the fish. And then he whakara, koe rā ke te mahi a te Māori. Hey. I'm not making any excuses for me not catching
Yeah.
fish because, and really, and I said, ai hi tētai I etai I ka nui. And you know, everyone's going, oh, good job, mate. Da, 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 da. Well, there's no skill in it, eh?
Yeah.
We go out, we put a line over,
And it's
put
a
bait
lottery.
on.
Yeah.
It's not like in the old days
Yeah.
of not just Māori, but e te atu iwi, where you wove your line
Line, yeah.
Yeah.
and you made your fish hook,
Aye.
or you made your net.
Aye.
And again,
And you're reading the weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love going out on the charter. eh?
Aye.
But a whole lot of realizations came to me in that moment, and that was one.
Aye.
Didn't matter that I didn't catch fish.
Yeah.
It would have mattered if none of us caught one. Mātai tokotoru.
But as long as someone got some kai that you can take back
Yeah.
in the share.
But that's the whakaro I've learnt. I've learnt that recently too, is if I'm going out there, I'm going out there. And I'm not catching anything mentally, like, oh, I'm going to catch this, and then give me that, because it just doesn't put you in the right mindset. So if you don't catch anything, you've got all these expectations, and you haven't met them.
Yeah, well,
Could potentially be setting yourself up for failure.
ka mai koe e rā karakia, kare koe mahi te karakia mō ake.
Ai, kia ora.
Tuko i tērā karakia mō mātou, or really, mo te katoa engari, mō mātou.
Ai, me te haumarutanga, eh?
Yeah.
Kia, te koe te tai atu whakaro, ka mahu
So-
I etahi.
That was my job. I did my job,
Ai.
ko te mahi te karakia.
Ai.
And even though, ka puta te aorere a Emmett, when she goes out, now, kua mau tērā tikanga.
Yeah.
Her karakia might be different to the one I do, no mai rā, no tāku, but she still takes the prawa,
Yeah.
and ka mai e te karakia. And she said the same thing now, the ones that they're the regulars,
They all
some
know,
of them
yeah.
now they take a prawa.
Yeah.
What's
Ko pēnā hoki au.
tikanga of the prawa? What?
It replaces the first fish you give back.
He whakahere tērā.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a prawa, engari koera te whakaro.
Yeah.
But even that tikanga, giving the first one back, he tikanga tuku iho tērā, no te nuingo a tātou tikanga, it's always the first something.
Yeah.
So I roto I te māra
Te
kumara.
māra.
So
te
if you're
kumara.
weaving, like I remember back at
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
we did a whole week of mahi toi and we had to give our first kete
Yeah.
that we made away.
Well, they're sort of the same and they're different because, again, it's reminding you and teaching you that nā mahi raranga isn't for you.
Yeah.
Koe rā mahi, he oranga mo te iwi.
Ai.
You make kete for other people, whāriki for, mō ngā kaupapa.
Yeah.
And that's not saying koutou e mahi anei rā mahi, kāre tika ana kia hoko nā aku te mea, kaore.
Kao.
But koe rā mahi a ngā mātua tūpuna was for the collective.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's to remind you, you give that away because really, te mutingi ho koe nā ke.
Ai.
Ki te tuku e rā.
Collective consciousness.
Yeah. Engari mo te kai, ko te kai, koe rā tikanga, ngā mea tuatai, kumara, taro,
Ai.
nā ika, kahare,
Manu.
ki te tuahu.
Ai.
So the
Oh,
first...
ki te tuahu.
Yeah.
Pēnei ngā ika, ngā wā o mua, ko whakairihia nei. Ne,
Yeah.
ki te rākau o ki te
Yeah,
tuahu.
yeah.
the moki,
Whatever
yeah.
the tuahu
Kāri
is.
whakahokia.
Hey, the tuahu's not always, you know, when
big
we
stone
say
slab.
tuahu and we think, oh, that's altar.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like one you see at the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not one that you play poker on and get a grounding for. That's another story. That's something, I guess, the shadow of that tikanga that's carried through. Like you got to give your first one back. Not every time you go out.
What?
Yeah, hare te me tuku. And why? And you know, and you think about the application of that tikanga. What about when you go diving? Yeah, see? Yeah,
Nah, like for kidneys and that, nah.
yeah.
Why? What would you do?
We just break some open, see if they're all good.
Would you go down, grab the first kina, and then put it back somewhere else, and
Yeah.
then carry on collecting kina?
Nā rere ke, eh?
Nah.
Yeah.
How would you observe it, or do you need to observe it? Are there times when do you?
Well,
when do you-
because ēnei ika, that, you know, kahawai, mau, e
yeah.
tatu ika, like i te hauauri, there was a particular time when the kahawai would run at mōkau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they would come in. Ne, about this time.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
then so
he
it'll be the
pērā
first
noa-
fish of the season
Yeah,
type of thing.
pērā noa mōtu, ki taku
Yeah.
mōheo e mauri kei reira mo te kahawai.
The moki, the first one.
The
gets hung
moki,
up.
mamo the moki, kereru, era. So those were the seasonal birds, fish, eh?
Yeah.
Nā koira ke, eh? Engari ko nā kai pēnei te koura, te kina, te pāua.
Yeah.
Arai te me seasonal era.
Ai, mana. Yeah.
Well, koe rata koe whakaaro. That's why I think that tikanga's not in, go get some pipi. Okay, give your first pipi back.
Yeah. Put your first watercress
So
back.
I have, like, I feel like a few years ago when we were out on my cousin's boat fishing, I caught this, like, little fish. Oh, that was the first one, throw it back. And I feel like I caught it again.
Oh, well, good way.
What happens in that instance if it was the same fish?
Oh, well.
If it's undersized,
like,
was it undersized?
Well, yeah, it was too small. But
Oh, well.
I'm like, I'm sure this is the same fish I just threw away before.
Yeah. Oh, well, then Tangaroa gave it back to you.
Yeah, must be a...
Well, we still had to throw it back again.
Why, a penny. Must have been a penny. Yeah.
But that's, you know, that's why ke te tiro ki a tātou tikanga. So I'm surprised you've never wondered why you give the first fish back, but when it comes to ngā mātaitai, you know, kare pēra.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess that's a shadow that exists still in iata, and kare te whakahea tērā
Yeah, I don't know.
tikanga.
I've never thought about it. I just always thought when you go out on a bait, you throw the first one back.
So, yeah, koe rā, ko te karakia ki hoki te karakia mo te tua i te rākau, ke rānei ne i te me.
And the first chips, eh?
Ai,
Of a tree.
Yeah, ngā konga tua ngā maramara mā te ahi tapu.
ana.
Wena te me I rangona e au. The first chips that have come off when they would fell a tree, those were used in the sacred fire, or the ahi tapu. What that fire was for, I don't know.
Okay.
Ia o was just tētai wāanga o te kawa o te whakahaere.
Ai.
O ngā mahi tapu. I mean, there's degrees and sections of tapu right through that process, eh?
Aye.
There's the tapu in connection to the felling of, and then the te tārai. And, you know, me whakaaro tātou, pērā anō, he ngaro tūpuna, you know, you just don't turn up with your chainsaw. E te o nā rākau nui nei,
Aye.
you know, you could be there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they used, tawa, I forgot what the name of the method is, but using a fire at the base of the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh.
So people would be camped up there and say, ko tapu katoa, taua puni.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one whole, you know, e tahi tāne, ka ngaro, I te hapu mo te tei wā.
Yeah.
And then nā ka tuaina te rākau, e rā tikanga katoa, then they've got to prepare it to be hauled out of the
Yeah.
forest.
Oh, wow. What a job.
And that's why, you know, kia tātou e rā tikanga, you know, o he tōtara wāhirua.
Aye.
It's a great calamity. Now we just think, oh, it's a tōtara broken in half. But when that did happen, it was a great calamity because you went to so much effort to get that tōtara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it broke or whatever happened on its way to become a tāhu for a whare or on its way to become a waka.
Yeah.
And it took a whole community, the commitment of a community to get that tōtara to where it was going.
Wow.
Ana.
I'm just still thinking about the effort it would have taken to haul it out, like, you know, and crashing into all the other little trees on the way. Thinking about the tools that they would have had back then.
Yeah, or wouldn't have had.
Yeah, wouldn't have had.
But ka whakarohia hoki te wā ki ngā motu, ki ngā mautere. E hara ia rātou, kaore o rātou rākau, pēnei ngā rākau no Aotearoa tonu nei. I wonder if there weren't as many lofty trees in the islands a aua. Mai kōrero no mā.
Yeah, that's a
Pātai
good-
no mā hotu.
Yeah, I've always wondered that myself. Like, what did they even make the waka out of with the trees from the islands?
Yeah, well, I think that's in the Hoturo episode. He talks about how there was a heavy one, and then they stacked it up with other trunks. Go to the Hoturo episode.
Yeah. Regardless, there still would have been a lot of effort.
Still a lot of effort.
Yeah,
Aye,
a lot of
getting
lot
that
of resources, a lot of
rākau.
time, a lot of people. Yeah,
Do you reckon here in Aotearoa, would it have been more common for them to fell a tree near water so they could float it down the river?
Well, koena, me whakaro marama.
Yeah.
Like using the rivers and things like that.
Koina te tai kōrero a heke nuku. I aia e rapu ana I te rākau tika, mo te waka, ka tirohia ngā mea e tupu ana I te uru. And he talked about the conditions in which these trees would grow.
Yeah.
And,
All right.
and due to the westerlies, that side wouldn't grow as fast, so it was denser. Tō tātou kupu mo te hā, te uho. The heart
te
of the
uho.
tree was more westerly. So then they would fell that tree and be using the eastern side of it for the
To get dug
hollow out.
Yeah.
And using the heavy part or the uho or the western side as te takere.
Te takere o te
Te takere o te waka. No reira, hei whakakapi, hei tautoko, hei whakaniko nei i ngā kōrero ko kōrero hia i tēnei rā.
Hei whakairo.
Hei whakairo. Ka huri tātou ki tō tātou waiata ko taku rākau. Taku rākau nā whirimako black tēnei momo. Whakarongo mai. No reira kautama, whakarongo ki ngā Paki Kēhua. What we do is we look at these Paki Kēhua and we highlight...
Try and pull out the kurahuna, the tikanga.
Yeah, ngā tikanga. And what I really like that we do, hara i te me, e whakamere ana i a tātou anō, engari, ko tā tātou whakahāngaitanga o ngā kōrero tuku iho ki ngā mahi o nāenei.
Ai.
Yeah, which is the challenge for us, I think. Prāne used the word shadows. What are the shadows of tikanga o kōrero tuku iho that we can still apply or that we still sit under today?
And, you know, i ngā hei whaiwhea ki ngā kōrero o te puheiri, ia koe koutou whakarongo ana ki ngā Paki Kēhua. Kau ko ngā Paki Kēhua, engari ko ngā anake, engari me ngā pūrākau. There's always a koranga, a lesson in there.
Kia ora.
Hey, and sometimes part of that lesson is he utu.
Ai, kia ora.
E ne tai wā ko tau utu he tangata.
Ai.
What might happen to somebody. Ia koutou whakarongo ana ki ngā kōrero tuku iho. Me whakarongo ana hoki i ngā kōrero a tēnā. Hea e rā āhuatanga.
Kia ora. Kia ora.
Pere mihi ana ki te tangata nāna e rā Paki Kēhua i tui waihanga. And again, they're based on kōrero that he's heard and he's been told, and then ana ka tārai a te kōrero kia hāngai ane kia Paki Kēhua. Yeah, same here.
And I think you guys summed that up really well.
So, okay, you ready to do your big part? Okay.
And hei kona.
Hei kona.
Hei kona e te wī.
Bit fuck, got on my feet, cuddy. Get the rope close. whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hooker force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds. Kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira. Whakarongo pi kari mai. Hare mai, o Taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Taringa, he mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa, ā, nā te māngai pāho me irirangi te motu I tautoko. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Taringa, whakarongo mai.